This is the part nobody talks about. Sometimes you don't miss the person. You miss the future you planned with them. I don't miss the late night arguments or the tears we couldn't hide. I don't miss the distance growing or watching us divide. But I miss the dreams we built together, the ones we swore were true. The life I thought was waiting at the end of me and you. I still see that little house, the one we talked about for years. Now it only exists inside a place made out of tears. Losing you was hard, but losing tomorrow hurt more. I miss the future more than you. The memories we never made, all we couldn't. I miss the future more than you. The plans we left behind, because some dreams don't disappear, they stay inside your mind. Wonder who we'd be right now if nothing fell apart. Would we still be chasing dreams or learning each other's hearts? Would we still be making promises on random Tuesday nights? On random Tuesday nights, would your hand still find mine? When life stopped feeling right, the ghost I carry through, a future I keep mourning more than I mourn you. The hardest thing to bury is something never happened. I miss the future more than you. The story of us that survived instead of saying goodbye. I miss the future more than you, and maybe that's the truth. I'm not missing who you are today, I'm missing what I thought we'd do. Maybe that's why healing takes so long, not because the love remains, because you're learning how to live without the dreams you made. Maybe growing means accepting not every vision comes true. Some futures exist only long enough to teach you how to lose. I miss the future more than you, but I'm learning to let it go, because life keeps writing chapters even after what I know. I miss the future more than you, yet I finally begin to see the future I lost with you made room for the one waiting for me. I miss the future more than you, but maybe my best future hasn't happened yet. I went back there today, the last place we were still us. It's just a small cafe on a corner, nothing special to anyone else, but every chair and every window still feels like a part of ourselves. We sat there making future plans, laughing like we never fall apart, drawing forever on napkins with reckless, hopeful hearts. The coffee tasted different then, or maybe it was just you, because everything seemed warmer when I was sitting across from you. I didn't know that ordinary day would become a place I'd never leave behind. The last place we were us still lives inside my mind. The last place love felt effortless before we ran out of time. The last place we were us before the distance came, before goodbye found our address and everything changed. I walked past our old table and somebody else was sitting there, living a completely different story without knowing what happened there. I almost smiled at the memory of your hand reaching for mine, back when every little moment felt like a permanent sign. Now the city keeps moving forward like nothing was ever lost, but some places become sacred because of what they cost. Some people leave your life, but never leave the places they touch. Some people leave your life, but never leave the places they touch. Some people leave your life, but never leave the places they touch. Some people leave your life, but never leave the places they touch. Some people leave your life, but never leave the places they touch. Some people leave your life, but never leave the places they touch. Some people leave your life, but never leave the places they touch. Some people leave your life, but never leave the places they touch. Some people leave your life, but never leave the places they touch. Some people leave your life, but never leave the places they touch. Some people leave your life, but never leave the places they touch. Some people leave your life, but never leave the places they touch. Some people leave your life, but never leave the places they touch. Some people leave your life, but never leave the places they touch. Some people leave your life, but never leave the places they touch. Some people leave your life, but never leave the places they touch. Some people leave your life, but never leave the places they touch. Some people leave your life, but never leave the places they touch. Some people leave your life, but never place where our favorite memories stay, a quiet little corner where the time can't take away. And maybe that's okay, maybe not every has to move on. Some moments serve a home even after they're gone. The last place we were us doesn't hurt the way it did before, now feels more like gratitude than an open door. The last we were us will always mean something true, because even though we lost forever, for a while I had you. The last place we were us isn't where I live anymore, but it's where I remember. You didn't leave with a fight, you didn't leave with a goodbye, you left me with the silence. The last message still sits there like a sentence without an end. No explanation, no warning, just the quiet settling in. At first I thought you'd call me, thought maybe you needed space, but days turned into weeks and silence took your place. I kept checking my phone at midnight, listening for a sound, but the loudest thing I've ever heard was you not being around. Being around, you didn't break my heart with words, you broke it with their absence. You left me with the silence, a room that echoes your name, 1,000 unanswered questions, and no one left to blame. You left me with the silence, and somehow that's worse than goodbye, because at least goodbye is honest about the reason why. I learned how heavy quiet can be when it's carrying someone gone, how a simple lack of answer can keep a heart holding on. Every conversation ended before it could begin, and every memory got louder, quieter it had been. I try to make sense of it, try to read between the lines, but silence writes no stories, it only steals your time. The hardest thing to heal from's what you never understand. You left me with the silence, where your voice used to stay, a space that grew bigger with every passing day. You left me with the silence, but I finally see the truth. Your absence was an answer, even when it wasn't spoken to me. Maybe silence is a language people use when they're afraid, when they don't know how to tell you that their feelings have changed. And maybe closure isn't hearing the words I wanted from you. Maybe closure is accepting what silence already proved. You left me with the silence, but it doesn't own me now. I stopped waiting for an answer that never wanted to be found. You left me with the silence, and though it took me time, I learned that healing starts the moment you stop listening for a sign. You left me with the silence, and somehow I found my voice inside it. They said time would make it easier, maybe it did, but I never got used to it. The days kept moving forward, the seasons came and went. I learned how to smile again and pay my own rent. I learned how to say your name without my voice breaking in two. I learned how to live without you, but I never got used to losing you. I still reach for old memories when the night gets cold and long. Still hear your laughter in my head when certain songs come on. I got better at surviving, but not at forgetting. I never got used to losing you, I just got used to the pain. Used to carry in your absence like a shadow in her absence, like a shadow in the rain. I never got used to losing you, because some hearts learn to heal but never learn to lose. I've met people since you left, some kind, some good for me, but nobody knows the version of me. You were lucky enough to see the little habits, the secret fears, the dreams I never shared. You knew the parts I kept hidden, and somehow you cared. Even after all this time, not missing what we had, but missing what was mine. The world kept changing, but some feelings stayed the same. I never got used to losing you, even when I moved ahead. Even when the tears stopped falling and the sleepless nights were dead, I never got used to losing you. I only learned to cope, to carry what was broken and still find room for hope. Maybe healing isn't forgetting, maybe it never was. Maybe it's learning how to live with the scars love causes. And maybe some people leave, and maybe some people leave a mark that time can in love, but because they changed your place. I never got used to losing you, but I don't need to anymore. I've stopped fighting the memories and closed that door, yet somehow I survived. Because even with a missing piece, a heart can still thrive. I never got used to losing you, I just learned how to keep going. Maybe we were never meant to last, but that doesn't mean we weren't beautiful. We met at the wrong time with the right kind of hearts. Two broken people searching for somewhere to start. You were carrying your past, I was hiding from mine. Yet somehow we found each other for a little while. Everyone could see the warning signs, but we ignored them anyway. Because sometimes love feels worth it, even when it can't stay. We knew the risk and fell anyway. We were a beautiful mistake, a fire that burned too fast, a love that wasn't built forever, but was never meant to last. We were a beautiful mistake, and I make it all again, because some of the best of memories come from the wrong ending. We had our share of midnight drives and conversations until dawn, moments that felt immortal even though they were gone. We tried to fit together like pieces from different sets, holding on to a future we hadn't earned yet. But every smile was real, every heartbeat was true. Even if our story ended, the feelings made it through. Not every love succeeds, but every love can matter. We were a beautiful mistake, a lesson dressed as fate, a chapter that arrived too early and disappeared too late. We were a beautiful mistake, but never a waste of time, because losing you taught me things I never would have learned otherwise. Maybe some people enter your life not to stay, but to change you, to show you parts of yourself you never knew. And maybe that's what a forever, a brief collision, two souls trying to heal together. Beautiful mistake, and now I finally understand. Not every story gets a ending, every story leaves a hand. And I'll always carry the trail, even when we fell apart. I was better because of you. We were a beautiful mistake, and somehow that's what made us beautiful. You moved away a long time ago, but your shadow never did. The apartment looks different now, new pictures on the wall. I've changed the colors, moved the furniture, tried to erase it all, but every corner knows your name. Every hallway keeps a trace, like the air still remembers the shape. the shape of your face. I tell myself you're gone, that this house belongs to me, belongs to me. Yet some nights your memory unlocks every room with ease. You took your things when you left, but not everything left with you. Your shadow still lives here, in the silence after dark, in the spaces between heartbeats, in the corners of my heart. Your shadow still lives here, even though you're miles away, like a ghost made out of memories that refuse to fade. I hear echoes in the kitchen of conversations we once had, and sometimes I catch myself smiling at something that makes me think of us. The coffee mug you used to love is gone from the shelf too, it's gone from the shelf today. But somehow every morning still feels little the same. I don't miss you the way I used to. I don't wait beside the door, but some absences be permanent, even when you want them no more. Maybe people don't really leave, maybe they change where they live. Your shadow still lives here, in old songs and empty streets, in the version of myself you helped create in me. Your shadow still lives here, not because some memories learn how to stay strong. And maybe that's not a tragedy, and maybe it's proof of what was real, because only something meaningful leaves a mark you can still feel. I don't need you back anymore, I don't need another chance, but I can't erase the footprints of a once-in-a-lifetime romance. Your shadow still lives here, but it doesn't hurt the same. Now it feels like an old photograph instead of an open flame. Your shadow still lives here, and maybe it always will, a quiet reminder of a love that time could never kill. The shadow still lives here, not in my future, just in the places where we used to be. You said goodbye, I just didn't hear it, not with words, not out loud. It started in the little things, the way you'd look away, the way your smile stayed polite but never chose to stay. You still answered when I called, still said I'm doing fine, but something in your voice was already saying goodbye. I thought we were just tired, I thought we'd find our way. I didn't know your heart had already left that place. Sometimes goodbye arrived, had already left that place. Sometimes goodbye arrives long before it is spoken. The goodbye I didn't hear was hidden in your eyes, and every promise growing weaker in every quiet night. The goodbye I didn't hear was already in the room, while I was still planting flowers. You were watching them lose bloom. I replay old conversations, looking for what I missed, searching for the exact moment I forever stopped existing. Maybe it was in the silence after we said I love you. Maybe it was in the distance neither of us could get through. You were grieving us in secret while I was making plans, grieving us in secret while I was making plans. You were grieving us in secret while our hands felt lighter the last time they left my hands. The ending didn't surprise you, only me. The goodbye I didn't hear was the loudest sound of all, a door closing softly before the final fall. see the signs that I once pushed away. The goodbye I didn't hear was never meant to break me down. It was just life teaching me that not every love sticks around. The goodbye I didn't hear while I was still listening for forever. The story ended. The last page turned. But my heart kept reading. Everyone thought it was over. Everyone thought it was over. The day we said goodbye. The day you packed your memories and disappeared from my life. But the nights I'd lie awake, learning how to sleep alone. The relationship was finished. That's something I knew was true. But knowing it was over didn't stop me loving you. Some endings happen in a moment, some happen one heartbeat at a time. I loved you past the ending, past the tears and empty rooms, past the final conversation and the dreams we couldn't keep. I loved you past the ending, when there was nothing left to say, when forever became a memory and love became a way. Carried your name through seasons, through winters cold and long, and every healing song. You were no longer beside me, yet somehow you remain, living quiet. The spaces where your memory stayed. I wasn't holding on to hope, I wasn't waiting for your call. I was simply learning how to love someone after losing it all. The hardest love to leave behind is the one that still feels real. I loved you past the ending, past the point where it made sense, past every reason telling me to forget what once existed. I loved you past the ending, long after you let go, because hearts don't always follow where they're supposed to go. The time has a gentle way of teaching what pain cannot, that loving someone forever doesn't mean you're forever caught. And maybe that's what healing is, not erasing what was true. I loved you past the ending, and I'll never be ashamed, because loving deeply wasn't my mistake. Staying out, letting it carry you. I loved you past the ending, until one day I finally found the beginning of myself again. I didn't know it that night, but it was the last night you were mine. But it was the last night you were mine. The city lights were fading as we drove through empty streets, talking about tomorrow like tomorrow was guaranteed. You smiled from the passenger seat, like nothing had changed at all. And I never saw the distance growing quietly through it all. The stars were hanging over us, the radio played soft and low. Everything felt so normal, that's what hurts the most to know, because the biggest endings rarely announce themselves. The night you became a memory started like any other night. Two hearts sitting side by side under the same sky. The night you became a memory, I was still holding your hand, not knowing I was touching something I'd never hold again. Now I replay every second like there's something I missed, a warning hidden in your eyes or a goodbye inside your kiss. Maybe you already knew what I couldn't understand. Maybe your heart was already leaving, while mine still made its plans, while mine still made its plans. I wish I could go back there, not to change what came to be, just to stay a little longer before you became a memory. Some moments only become important after they're gone. The night you became a memory still lives inside my mind, a photograph that time refuses to leave behind. Oh, the night you became a memory was the night our future disapproach, like the last line of smoke, and maybe every love story, a final chapter disguised as an ordinary kiss, a moment that feels small until years pass by, and suddenly it becomes the place where your heart learned goodbye. The night you became a memory no longer makes me cry. Now it feels like a quiet movie playing in my mind. The night you became a memory will always mean something true, because even though I lost tomorrow, I still had that night with you. The night you became a memory was the last night I called you mine, and the first night I started learning how to let you go. You're not the same person anymore. Maybe I'm not either. But sometimes I still talk to the version of you I knew. I see your pictures now and then, a different smile, a different life, standing next to people I've never met. Under unfamiliar lights, you seem happy from a distance, like you've become somebody new. And I wonder if you recognize the person I became too, because the you I carry in my mind still laughs the way you used to laugh, still knows all my secrets and remembers our past. Time changed us both, but memory stayed behind. I still talk to the version of you I knew, the one who stayed up late with me, the one who swore we'd figure things out no matter what life would bring. I still talk to the version of you I knew when the nights get quiet and long, not because I'm hoping you'll come back, but because that version feels like home. Sometimes something good happens, and my first thought is still your name. Then I remember you're not the person who would answer me the same. The years have rewritten parts of you and rewritten parts of me too. Yet there's a place inside my heart where the oldest still gets through. I know memory isn't reality, I know people move on and grow, but some connections leave echoes that never fully go. I'm not speaking who you are now, I'm speaking who we were then. I still talk to the version of you I knew, the one frozen in my mind, a snapshot of a different season that time couldn't leave behind. I still talk to the version of you I knew, and maybe I always will, because some people stop being present and never stop being real. Maybe that's a strange thing about love, it doesn't always end when people leave. Sometimes it changes shape completely. And maybe healing isn't silence, maybe it's letting the echo stay without wishing for yesterday to become today. I still talk to the version of you I knew. They helped me, but I don't live there anymore. I still talk to the version of you I knew, not because I can't let go, but because some people leave a voice behind.